Sometimes you might have that internal debate to whether to choose one vehicle versus another. Well, that kind of happened to me this week. Hey, and welcome to this edition of Road Warrior. I'm your host, Grant Roberson. Now, what we have behind us is the 2015 Nissan Versa Note, and where the big debate came in is just 2 weeks ago we had the sedan version. So what we did is take a look at this vehicle and kind of compare it to that sedan model. From the start, you can see the exterior is the biggest difference. This one giving you the 5-door standard hatchback look, while that sedan pretty much standard offering. Now, what I like here compared to the sedan is really the styling. The sedan maybe looked a little kind of like my teenage years, a little awkward, while this one is a little bit more sporty, and where it all culminates is right here as it sweeps to the back. Now let's look at the numbers to see where this falls in line. One drastic difference I assume with the hatchback was it would be bigger than the sedan model, but actuality is it's the reverse, this one being about a foot shorter than the sedan version. Now by those numbers, this vehicle is going to measure in about 163 inches overall. Now it does have equal wheelbase with the sedan, around about 102.4 inches. Now both vehicles are also going to ride on equal wheels, either 15 or 16-inch versions. Besides the hatchback styling, which I really prefer, I really like the front end here on the Note, and it all starts kind of with the headlight assembly. Now what you're going to notice on the sedan is the headlight kind of wraps more around the fenders, while this particular model wraps around the grille in the front end. Seem to be a little bit more in with the design. Now even better is the whole slope all culminates here at the front end. Decent chrome with body color pretty much all the way around the vehicle. One area weakness on some vehicles can be right here at the door, and choosing to go with, well, the old traditional key versus a smart key system, something we find on the most economic version all the way to the high-end vehicles. So why they don't have it here, well, I don't really know. Now the only way you're going to get into this vehicle, of course, is with the old traditional or the key fob, and it's going to grant you quick access, but again, I'd like to less fumble at the door and really get in with ease. With no smart key system pretty much means, well, you're going to have to unlock the vehicle before you kind of gain access back here. Now with the vehicle unlock, you're going to find the old traditional manual handle here, and that's going to give you decent access. Now compared to the sedan, what I find is with a hatch, well, it grants you a lot more space, and by those numbers, this is going to be nearly 19 cubic feet of space, about 4 better than the sedan. And where the sedan falls short has to be in that cavernous-like feel. Here, wide open and plenty of space. The sedan does have fold-down second-row seats, but there's really kind of minimal access to that, and kind of limits what you can do when the back seats are folded down. Here on the hatchbacks, it's made easy right here with this pull tab, and you tumble it forward. Now that's going to more than double the amount of space, and this back seat is kind of into a 60-40 split, giving you a lot of cargo options and people hauling. Under the hood is where these two vehicles are created equal, both delivering a 1.6 liter inline 4-cylinder engine. Now it's going to equate to about 109 horses and 107 foot-pounds of torque. Now both also can be equipped with a 5-speed manual or an automatic transmission. I prefer the automatic because I don't like doing a clutch dance when it comes to an economic ride. Now by the numbers, I would assume the hatchback would fall well short of legroom numbers compared to the sedan. Well, that's far from the case. In comparison, this is about an inch more of legroom here in the second row, around about 38 inches. Now in the front, both are equal, just over 41 inches, but the true numbers are in the back seat and the overall comfort. Now I'm over 6 feet tall, and I didn't find any need to move the seats forward. No knee scraping on the back of the seats. Now as for overall comfort, we had this nice blended kind of slick feeling seats, and even better, a nice armrest that folds down, decent height, and 2 cup holders. Now up front, you're going to see equal legroom numbers to the sedan, plenty to go around, and you're going to see likewise comfort, meaning you can manually control these seats up and down and to and fro. Now one thing I do like that the passenger doesn't get is right here, called an armrest. Now the reason there's not 2 has to be because you can't access this area, specifically the cup holders. Now when you look at the dash, pretty much standard operating procedure for the gauges, a huge analog speedometer and a tachometer to the left with a little bit of digital readout to kind of adjust as you go down the road. Now in the center of the dash, a nice black insert, nice and sleek, and we had the nice radio with a full screen with the button controls all the way around. One area that really made sense is right here with the climate control, and instead of putting all the gauges side by side, making this area maybe a little bit wider, they made it more sleek by putting this kind of triangle design. A nice niche here for the fan control, and of course the mode and temperature select down below, and just minimal buttons. And what I really like about this is it gives a nice overall sleek design. Now this is the automatic transmission. There's no sport mode here, so don't even look for it. But one thing that's oversized in this vehicle has to be the amount of cup holders. We have 2 up front, we have 2 between the front seats, 1 in each front door, and of course the 2 we already talked about in the very back. Another nice niche you'll find between the front seats has to be an area here for your phone, and you have all the connectivity just beside it with the power and the USB connections. Sometimes you can find these out of place, but right here makes sense. Now, it's not room enough between the front seats for a console, so you're going to have to rely on the 2 glove compartments on the dash. And the top one is fairly shallow, and there's no connectivity inside to store your phones and charge them. Down low, you're going to find a deeper traditional glove compartment that's really far back and can put anything in there you can think of. Now, one area I really liked about the stereo had to be the Bluetooth connectivity. Now, it all starts right here at the media, and you simply go into there. Now, we've already connected, but the way you do it is by using the voice prompts, and that button is found on the steering wheel. You simply press it, listen to the commands, and simply connect. Made it real simple and real easy. And even though the screen wasn't touch screen, it does allow some kind of connectivity with your phone, and what I'm referring to is these controls right here. Now, if you want to listen to music, simply hit the corresponding button 3. That's going to play the music. If you want to pause it, simply hit 4, and it's going to interact with your phone with ease. That does for this edition of Road Warrior and a test drive behind the wheel of the 2015 Nissan Versa Note. And again, we compared it to its sibling, the sedan. And really, at the end of the day, it comes down to whether you want that 5-door styling or the sedan qualities. Both equally delivering passenger comfort, with really the cargo kind of being the big difference. Now again, I thank you for watching this edition of Road Warrior. Keep both hands on the wheel and eyes straight ahead.